Hello YouTube! I am Pinstar and this is Pinstar Plays Uma Musume Pretty Derby. So, today is not going to be a Champions Meet rundown like I've done in the past for this. This is actually going to be a full run playthrough for the brand new scenario Trackblazer. This is the third scenario introduced in the game, and it's by far the most complex and mechanically intricate. It can also produce some really good runners compared to the previous ones if you know how to do it right. But there's not a lot of... Well, I mean, there are other guides out there, but I'm going to give you my guide here. So we're going to run through a run of Trackblazer, just so I can show you the ins and outs of the mechanics, and let's see if we can't get ourselves an S-tier runner here. Now, to start us off with, I'm going to recommend... What you're looking for this is you want a runner who at the very least can do miles and mediums well. And don't worry about this mile C. We can bump that up in a moment. Longs are a bonus, sprints are a bonus, but you don't need all four. But miles and mediums will get you there 90% of the way. Now, I'm also going to be building this runner for the upcoming Champions Meet, which is a long one. Special Week is, one, pretty decent at long races, and two, I mean, you get, basically everyone has her, the base form of Special Week. You get her for free when you sign up. So I figured let's use the runner that we know everybody has. She's got full potential, and she's at 4 stars. You don't need her to be at 4 stars, but just otherwise, yeah, let's dive in. Now, for your two runners, I haven't been special engineering the parents for her. But you want to find a parent that has good, if not full, blue sparks here, but also has good inspirations. So my Super Creek here, she's got almost perfect blue sparks. She's got an 8 blue sparks, but she does have lots of long sparks. And since we're aiming for long, this is more likely to make her get an S tier in long. Not required for Trackblazer. But the other parent we have here is our guest here. Our guest runner here has lots of mile sparks and a little bit of turf, but lots of mile sparks, enough to bump her starting C up to an A. So now we can run mile races just as well as we can medium and long. Miles are not going to be our end goal here, but it's good flexibility for Trackblazer here. Right, and we also have decent amount of skills here, but let's move on to the deck. Now, the deck, the number one thing that you're looking for in these different cards is race bonus. Where possible, we want to try and get this to a 10% or higher. Now, there's a smattering of cards out there, and which ones you have access to is another matter. We don't have a ton of them. I'm borrowing a Super Creek because our Super Creek's only at base level. We do have a maxed out Manhattan Cafe, and since we're going for long, two stamina cards here. Obviously, if you're not going for long, you probably want either more wits, more power, or maybe just one stamina card. You don't need 2. The only reason we need 2 here is for what our end goal here is. Then I've got 3 speed cards. Now, Kitasan and Sweep both only have a race bonus of 5, but I do not have a lot of speed cards with high race bonus. Shingo Windy is a great SR, but I only have her at a 3 out of a 4, but I'm still going to use her. And then a single wit card, Marvelous Sunday. She does have good general use effects, good events, and importantly, a race bonus of 10%. All right, let's go with this here, shall we? You don't need to activate the event bonus. I just happen to be, but that won't impact our stats gained during the career. Let's begin. I'm going to be fast forwarding through all like the storyline stuff. This is a purely mechanics video. Shorten our events, skip. All right, we got our starter 120 points here. Now, the first phase, the make debut, you are not interacting with any of the new mechanics. This is basically like the base scenario. The main thing that you want to focus on here is getting your friendships up as high as possible. But the other thing that you want to focus on is you want to be mindful of the the training types that you're focusing on. So we are doing speed, stamina, and wit. Meaning that where possible, we want to avoid doing power and guts. Only because every 4 times you run in a single category, it levels up. We want our speed, stamina, and wit levels as high as possible. And the more times you run on power and guts, at least for our particular run, the less levels you'll be getting out of them. Now, there is a way to get around some of those limitations. With the items later on, which I will show you, but just as a rule of thumb, try to stick to speed, stamina, and wit. Well, for our run, like I said, if you're doing, say, power cards instead of stamina, then it would be speed, power, and wit, or maybe just a guts and speed, and you're ignoring wit. Like, just whatever basically 2 or 3 categories you're focusing on, try to focus on those. That being said, if we sit down and there's like 5 people lined up in a guts training, we're taking that guts training because that's just too useful to get friendships built quickly. So we got 1 person on speed, not that great. 1 person on stamina, not that great. All right, 2 on wits. Just out of curiosity, I'm just going to check power and guts. Yeah, only 1 and 1. Wit is the place to go. We'll get two friendships built up here. All right, check our things. Speed's looking good. Stamina's good. When it comes to the guests here, I would count them maybe about as half a friend. So this is like 1.5 friends here. But we have 2 full friends here in speed. Speed's one of our primary categories. We do speed. Don't need the tutorial. I will be your tutorial. All right, 1.5 in stamina, 2 in wit, and we have energy to gain too. So let's go wit. We're more concerned about building friendships than hitting specific stat lines. Speed 1.5. Aha! 3 for in stamina. Let's do it. One other thing to note is, and this is going back to picking what your primary stats are. So special weeks inherent growth rates are in stamina and wits. So that's why we are going with stamina build rather than say, I mean, you could go a power build since stamina is part of it, but it's the lesser part of it. But we wouldn't want to say go for guts builds for a high stamina person. And that's also why we have 3 people on speed, because she does not have any inherent bonuses to speed. So we need lots of card support to get us to max speed if possible. All right, we've got a couple of tips here. This can raise your friendship faster. Ooh, 2.5. 1. Yeah, no, we're going here. Even if the hint could be something that's useful to us, but even if it isn't, it gives an extra 5 friendship points to that person for collecting their hint. Let's see here. Fast paced is a front runner. We are not front runners. Special week is pace chaser, and I have no reason to break her out of that, so we'll just take the stats. Free stats are free stats. All right, we got our first of our 3 chain for Super Creek. This is important to getting our gold recovery skill from her. We're going to need a lot of those for this upcoming champions meet. All right, we got a skill here, 2 people. Oh, but a skill here and 3 people. Wits wins out. Not a great skill, but I'll take the extra 5 friendship points. Let's see. Pace strategy. Nah, I'm earmarked for other recoveries, so we'll just tell her to have fun eating, get a little stats, get some energy. All right, 2.5 on wits, 2 on stamina, 1 on here. We'll take the 2.5. Firm conditions, good. I need to double check the Champions Meet conditions to remind myself of the track's condition specific items to try and grab. Alright, 2.5 in wit. And also we leveled up wit because we've been hitting it so often, so now our wit trainings are going to give more overall stats. And yeah, we'll keep hitting it, that's just how the friends are lining up. All these wit trainings means that we are not needing to worry too much about resting, but if you need to rest. No reason to take wild risks here. Let's see, skill points. Unyielding Spirit is a mile based. We'll take this skill points. All right, 2 with an upgrade. It looks like it's going to be more wit. It's nice that wit does raise your speed alongside it, so that can be helpful. Being that we are, normally I would go for the energy here, but being that we are completely capped at energy, it would be wasted, so we'll take the power. Alright. Oh, now that's a speed training. Alright, competitive spirit, not bad. Generally, with the extra trainings, I always say don't overdo it to get the free 5 energy. Trick front? I'm not a debuff fan, so we'll take the stats. All right, we got phase 2 of hers. That's good for some stamina, not bad. All right, one more turn till our make debut. Nobody there, just a half a person there. We got 2 people here. I'll take it. Now, generally speaking, I don't buy any skills for the make debut. You should be able to win this, unless your stats are really lopsided. And generally, your racer doesn't have enough wits to reliably trigger those skills this early on anyway. So yeah, we're going to want to go Pace Chaser. The closer to the front, the more reliable it is, especially early on, but yeah. I think we're good for pace for her. All right, there we go. Got the win. And no, we're not going to be playing out all these races because we're going to be doing a lot of races. So this video would be forever and a day if we watched each one. We'll probably watch like the finale race. But up until then, we're going through it. Now, this is the question you're going to be asked a lot. You can either gamble on the race only taking 10 energy, but if you fail the gamble, it costs you 25. If you don't gamble, the race is going to take you exactly 20. And it's weighted where like the overall dice roll here is like these two are even. So it's whether or not you want the higher variability. Generally speaking, I will go conservative unless we're closer to the bottom and it makes more sense to gamble. I'll let you know when we want to gamble. So we'll just take the 20. So the unique thing about this is in previous scenarios, each of your trainees had a unique set of races that they demanded you put them in and they needed to do well in them. Here, you just need to rack up enough points. And now we're introduced to the shop. And by winning that debut race, we got 100 shop coins. And the shop coins are what we use to buy goodies. The more you race, the more shop coins you get, the more items you get to use to bolster other parts of your stuff. This shop is what warps and makes Trackblazer so information intense. And also what shows up in your shop is random for each run. So, Energy potions are fantastic. Manuals are good. Notepads are not worth it. Manuals and scrolls are just free skills. Well, not free. They cost shops, but they don't take any time or energy. And also, these are going to stick around in the shop for a few turns. We could take the coaching megaphone. It's going to give us just a small baseline, but spread over 4 turns. But at this level, I would say that the stat gains are kind of minimal, so it might be worthwhile to save our shop coins. I am absolutely going to buy the Vita 40 and the Speed Manual, but we're going to leave the other 2 in the shop. And no reason not to use your stat gain items instantly. We're going to hold on to the energy booster till when we need it. We still have plenty of energy. Now, what we're looking for is races to compete that are in our selected types. We want to map these out to be like 2 in a row, and then a rest. Race, rest, race, rest during the main thing here. So here, for example, we've got 2 G3s. Also, try to do your races as a G3 at least. You can slum it in OP or pre-OP, but it's really not worth it. So here we've got the Nikita Junior Stakes and the Sapporo Junior Stakes. So race. Now there's no G3s here, so this will be our rest. Now the rest does not have to literally be a rest. You could do training, just do something other than racing, or you'll get race fatigue. Now we go back here, we can do a race and race. And then a rest. Although these two are G2s, so maybe we want to not do the Saudi Arabia Cup and instead do this one. Oops. I'm not going to map out our entire run in one go, but we are going to do it like 1 year at a time. Just so that we get these planned out. All right, so this will be our rest. And now we have our 2 G1s here. We can get these races in, plus the hopeful stakes, and we're geared for medium, and then a rest. So there's our first little set of tempo here that will take us to the end of the first year. Now, do you need to run this many races to get the 60 result points? No. One first place in a G3 will get you there. This is farming up shop coins for items. All right, let's take a look here. Same deal applies. We've got stamina. We need stamina. We got stamina. Let's do stamina. Because we want to do is we want to get our friends up to the point where they can do rainbow trainings with us by the time we hit summer, because that's going to be where our stats really take off. Ooh, that's looking good. Yeah, let's do speed. We also want to level up our facilities by running in them repeatedly. All right, so our speed is now level 2. We're running a little bit low on energy. That's okay. So here's a case where if we didn't have any good trainings, I would say let's rest. We do have a good training here, but 26% is a little bit too rich for my blood for a failure chance. But we have our energy drink. So that's going to boost us back up to 75 energy without wasting the turn to rest. Now we can do our stamina training without fear of failure. And that's going to get both of them to the orange level, which means they can trigger rainbow trainings in the future. Oh, and good. Yeah, we need mood ups where possible. I would not say it's worth wasting a turn on recreation just to get a mood up unless you have an event or something that really sours your mood. You can get mood up with items and also random events and also race events. So now we have our first scheduled event. Now, at this first non-debut run, I would take a look at our skills. You don't have to spend all your skill points, but if you have something with a lot of hints in mind, then that is absolutely something we can do here. Like Straightaway Adept, very versatile, applies to lots of different race types. You know, we're always going to benefit from it. Again, not a big fan of taking debuff skills. Yeah, that's about all we need. So we will take Straightaway Adept since we have 3 hint levels at it. And you don't have to do a rival racer race, but it's a great bonus if there is one because you get a little extra goodies if you win. All right, so we're up against Fuji Kiski along with a bunch of other racers here. All right, we got a decent stat line here. All right, there we go. Got first place. Oh, but just barely. We won that by a nose. We need to boost our speed a bit more if possible. But this gave us some fans to open up bigger races as well as some much needed shop coins. Yeah, we will do the conservative option. When you win a race, sometimes new stuff will get added. We also, for beating a rival, got... all right, hang on, one thing at a time. So we got a random event that lowered our mood. Not the end of the world. Let's see what got added here. So this is a really good one for summer. The most powerful and expensive empowering megaphone, 60% for 2 turns. Save it for summer. That being said, we have a stamina scroll. Scrolls are absolutely worth the price of admission, so we're going to buy and use this stamina scroll right off the bat. Now, granted, we needed speed, not stamina, but stamina certainly helps. They'll help more when we get to the hopeful stakes with the medium race. Alright. We also could have had a skill build bought. I saw that we got Pace Chaser corners. I should have probably bought that. But let's see if we get punished for that. Nope. Never punished. So every time you win, be it G1, G2, or G3, you get 100 shop coins. So that's why G3s are somewhat worth doing, especially in the early game where you pretty much only have G3s available to you. So I think I might gamble here, because if she goes way too low, then we just do a rest. If she only gets -10, we might be able to sneak in another training. We'll see. All right, we got that, and we got some more stuff added to the shop. Little speed, that's good. We need the speed. So, oh, we have a rainbow. Oh my God, that's fantastic. Now we have an 8% failure, and I don't think we have anything that can mitigate that. We don't have any energy recovery or other items. That being said, I am more than happy to roll the dice with an 8% failure for this good of a training. All right, that was fantastic, and we recover some of our energy, and our wits are now at level 3. Max level is 5. Let's see. Energy. We want energy. All right, the shop has fully refreshed, so now we have more stuff to buy. Keep an eye on the things like this. Empowering megaphone is going to go away. We want to pick it up. Even if we're not going to use it right now, if we don't buy it this turn, it will cease to be available. Let's see here. We're not doing power training. So for the ankle weights, look for the trainings that you're doing. So we want stamina weights, speed weights. There are no wit weights. Artisan cleat hammers are nice, but kind of a luxury. Vita, always buy energy potions. Cat food, ignore the cat food. Reset whistles are really good too. We'll buy those in a little bit, but I also want to make sure we pick up the manuals and the scrolls. Scrolls and manuals, worth it. Notepads, not worth it. So we will do our manual, our scroll, and we will save the others for later. All right, so this is our quote-unquote rest in between races here, I think. Oh no, yeah, we're doing two trainings. I mean, I could take an 8% because this will help build friendship here, and it's a better. And we needed more speed anyway. And yeah, always go the extra energy option. All right, phase 2 of Super Creek, so we're getting closer to that. And now we have our next scheduled race. Now, one other thing to note is if you ever always check your training anyway when you have a G3 race lined up. Because if you have like a dream training, like all 5 people, double rainbow in a stat that you're looking for, skip the race and do the training. So a single, even though it's rainbow, I will do the race. Wits 1.5, not really worth it either. We'll do the race as planned. The race can also give us a potential mood up, which is important. All right. Still doing well. Did we beat her by... All right, we beat her by a little bit more than a nose this time, which is good. Since we're so low, we might as well gamble. Ooh, some good stuff just got added. And yes, we will run in this, but let's take a look at the shop here. This Royal Kale Juice is absolutely huge. A plus 100 energy restore. Now granted, it comes with a mood down, but we can mitigate that through either items or other goodies. Nothing's about to drop off, so we don't need to do anything. I am going to pick up our instant item gains, at the very least the speed manual. I'll look at the stamina scroll when we see other stuff. We see the ankle weights here. That's going to be important and a second empowering megaphone, also huge. So yeah, I will just buy the speed manual this turn, just to help improve our chances in these races. Again, just sanity check. Not enough to skip out on our planned race. Also, yeah, let's look at our skill points before we dive back in. I would avoid taking the ones that you inherited, the alts here, until after the 2 inspiration events, in the off chance that you get extra hints for them, because they tend to be expensive otherwise. Let's see here. Prepared to pass is viable for us, but it's kind of expensive. Maybe we sit on that until we get that. Pace Chaser Corners at 1 hint, I'm willing to invest. Because that's just overall useful and not that expensive. Alright, let's dive in. There we go. Another 100 shop coins. More fans. You also do get stats. Since we're so low, we might as well gamble. Because, see how it only took down 22 instead of the 25? So we didn't have to pay the full price even though we lost the gamble. All right, so I think this is the rest in between periods. I'm just looking at the races. I'm not running 3 in a row. But yeah, now we have our 2 G1s after this. So this is our rest period, which may very well may be a rest. Let me just see what we've got lined up here. Nothing spectacular. Like if we had something spectacular, I would dive into the shop to buy this royal kale juice and, you know, do the training anyway. Being that we don't have that and any spectacular trainings, we don't need to do that. So what I'm going to do, I am going to buy the royal kale juice, and we also want the stamina ankle weight. We want the megaphone. The reset whistle, very important. And then I think what we were going to do, so these ones are going to drop off in 2 turns. Reset whistle drops off in 3 turns. So let's buy the stamina scroll first. And then we'll get a race in and have a chance to pick up the reset whistle before it drops off. So we will take the stamina scroll and just that for now. Well, use it anyway. And yeah, we're just going to rest, like actual normal rest. Ooh, a lucky well rested. I will take that. Let's see. Speed. No, I don't want energy -5. I will take the just 10 speed because we need the speed. All right, now we have our race here. Nothing to use for it. I mean, technically speaking, it could be better than the other, but we should be fine either way. They both have rivals, so we get an extra bonus after it. I hope she gets some mood ups from some of these. You have a chance after each race of getting a mood up, if you win, that is. Ooh, just barely won again. Yeah. Alright, got a hint here. Ooh, fan letter event. That has nothing to do with the race, but that gave us a mood up, so I'll take it. Alright, now we've got things expiring in 1 turn. We want to pick up the reset whistle. Let's buy the artisan cleat hammer. We don't need the motivating megaphone. We already got our megaphone. We don't need pocket planner. And we will use the cleat hammer. So cleat hammers, there's 2 different flavors, the artisan and the master one. Master ones, you want to accumulate 3 of them by the end of the scenario, but don't use them on regular races. The artisan ones are fine to use on regular races, just make sure you use them on G1 races only. Don't waste them on G3 or G2 ones. Luckily, the hopeful stakes that's coming up is a G3, or G1. So that's why I'm going to use the hammer. This just gives you more freebie stats from the race, and also more skill points. All right. I don't think there were any particular skills that we want to grab. I would also hold straight descent. We could pick up straight descent actually. We're ahead of the curve on stamina, so I don't feel the need to go hydrate gourmand yet. We will at some point want to pick up a gold skill for these, but for now we can do straight descent. Ooh. All right. So we didn't come first. I had a feeling this was coming at some point. Never fear. So we got blocked. It's one thing if your rival comes first and you come in like second or third, then that probably was that you just got bested by your rival. But if you both kind of sucked, then there was a traffic jam. Somebody got blocked. We got unlucky. Luckily, we have our alarm clocks. You can use up to 5 in a single run. So we are absolutely burning an alarm clock to retry this one since it's a G1. Now that temporarily bumps our mood to great, and we get to try it again. And there we go. Worth the price of admission for the alarm clock. Do not be ashamed to use that. Looks like Golshi got blocked again, but we didn't. And we won by a decent margin here, so I don't think we lucked into our win. We won by not getting unlucky. That's that right there. This Itsuko's elated coverage. That's the one that gives you your freebie mood up when it triggers. No way to force it to trigger or know when it's going to trigger, but there's a chance every race that it triggers. It also greatly raises your relationship with her. And by meeting the goal, we get the best junior year Uma Musume of free things, and our base signature skill goes levels up. That's just a scripted event. All right, shop, and we got a sale. Sales are not guaranteed. They can go onto a 10% or sometimes 20% discount, but it's random. Sometimes you might not get any discounts, but we got a little lucky here, got the 10%. Not going to complain there. Let's take a look at what we got here. Okay, all right, so we're good on megaphones. We do not need to stock up on more megaphones at the moment. Artisan cleat hammers, useful for upcoming G1s. More reset whistles, absolutely useful. More stamina anklets, we want to get those. Grilled carrots, I need to look at... So we do have some friends that are in dire need of leveling up the friendship in order to get them to Rainbow. At least 2 people. Yeah, two of our friends, specifically Sweep, need some leveling up here, which is fine. Now this is let's go back to a race. Don't worry, we're not racing again. Because we need to rest here. We could do more things, but I think for the next couple of races, we can chill for a little bit. Because we absolutely want to do the Satsuki show. So you get extra points if you get any of the triple crowns. So you absolutely want to prioritize getting triple crowns. And this is the first leg of the classic triple crown. Or triple tiara, like any of those like combo races, you get things. So we absolutely want to make sure we're doing this. The one after it is okay, but what we can do is we can grab the spring stakes before it. So, because again, 2 in a row, not bad. So we don't want to do these ones. And then, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 periods where we're probably not wanting to race. Which is fine, because we can get in some training and build up our friendships. We also might want to grab, like the megaphone here, like the less expensive megaphone. We don't need another like 60%er, but I'd be willing to spring for the motivating megaphone. And yeah, you know what? Let's get the grilled carrots while we're at it. Well, you know what? We can wait. We can see how this all shakes out. I also do want to make sure we buy the manuals, but we're not going to be racing for a little bit, so we don't need them right away. I will pick up this cleat hammer because it's going to go away soon. We don't need another empowering megaphone because I think we have 2 of the 60%ers, and that's enough to cover our first summer, and we don't want to overinvest in these. Now the question's going to be, This is a pretty good training here because it gives us a rainbow plus this here. So we could pop the royal kale juice, but we don't have a way to efficiently combat the unhappiness. There are happiness boosting items that can appear here, but we got unlucky and it did not. So the alternative here would be popping just the smaller juice, but I think in this case it's kind of worth the kale. Or I could just pop actually, you know what? I think I might just do a genuine rest, and then we have 3 more trainings after that. We do our megaphone for them. So it pains me to leave this training on the table, trust me. But we're gonna rest here. Oh, and it's a sleep deprived. Oh yes. Eat. More free energy. Oh, and we got slow metabolism. Do we have a slow metabolism cure? I don't think we do. Crap. That is going to put a bit of a damper on our plans. Well, we can go for... We could do this. We lose out on the speed gains, though. Ugh, that is a horribly timed slow metabolism. And again, stinks that we do not have the slow metabolism offset here. I think what I'm going to start with here is we're going to start with... Well, first off, let me trigger... Man, I don't even know if I want to use the 3-turn megaphone here. I think I'm going to just do a guts training to get Manhattan Cafe up a bit more. It's long straightaways is a great hint to get. I should have just popped the kale, because we would have gotten that back for free. And now we have a well, actually, you know what? Stamina training is perfect because that doesn't deal anything with speed, and it builds this, so absolutely yes. And we have a stamina weights. Do we have more weights to pick up though? Something's gonna drop off in one. We don't need that one. That's fine to drop off. We are gonna get more stamina weights. But it might not be worth doing this turn round. Then again, it might. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to hold off. I'm really trying to avoid wasting a turn in the infirmary. You can sometimes, by doing trainings or races, burn off your slow metabolism, but also if we wait for the shop to refresh, there's a good chance that you know, the cure for it can be purchased there. Alright, I'm okay with that. I'm also okay with that, but less okay because we lose out on the speed. But yeah, hang on. Oh yeah, so this is, yeah, the third one of our... Oh, so we still... I should have popped the horn for that. Alright, let's keep pumping our stamina here. See if we can get the free cure. Alright, energy recharge is good. Oh, no! It's the worst case scenario. And I don't think there's anything we can do with it, because if we take the turn in the infirmary, then that training goes away. Sadness. Maximum sadness. I am going to buy the manuals here. And the reset whistle. So yeah, we will pop these. And I'm gonna bite the bullet. Well, so if we do this plus this plus this, that puts us at 3 races in a row, which can trigger race fatigue. So I guess I'm going to hit the infirmary against my better judgment. Thank goodness it actually cured it. Sometimes the infirmary doesn't. And then I'd be probably restarting the video. No, seriously, it's I'm happy that we got that. All right, back to racing. All right, now we're into the mediums now, which is good because we actually can put our ahead of the curve stamina to use here. All right, got the fans and mood up. All right, let's see if we get our sparks leveled up and if we inherit some good skills. Oof, that was a bit of a whiff. Slipstream, not my top priority, and we didn't get any useful sparks. There's the shop. Speed training application is useful for leveling up speed trainings. Yeah, well, I'm glad we took the time to get rid of slow metabolism, because the shop refresh would not have saved us. I am going to make sure we buy this cupcake, though, because that will offset the kale. Yeah, we didn't get any sparks for these inherited skills. So let's just revisit what we've got here, see if there's anything. Long straightaways is good, but we're not about to run a long race, so why bother? There's that twofer and slipstream. I mean, I guess we can do that since we're a pace chaser. But then again, part of me kind of wants to just bite the bullet and go into a full cost hydrate and then later into gourmand. But I think we need the speed from slipstream more so. Oh yeah, that's the other one. I think we have an artisan cleat. Yes, we do. And this is a G1 race, so let's artisan cleat. Still holding up, but I'm afraid that our speed is going to become a problem. Now we'll have a chance to supercharge it during summer. All of this is like building up to summer specifically. Let's do standard. All right, more goodies added. Meh skill. More speed, welcome. Yeah, we want to get this option because that leads to the next option. Alright, we've got stuff decaying in 2 turns. We got a lot in the shop that we could pick up. and on sale too. But yeah, we can't race again without being fatigued. But we have another G1 here plus the next leg here, so let's schedule this. Let's schedule that. And so we have a round of either training or resting. Oh, it's a round of training for certain. Yeah, hang on. I think this is a drink the lesser one. And you know what? We will pop a stamina ankle for this one because it's a double rainbow. Fantastic double rainbow. All right, random stat down is fine. I'm glad she didn't actually get the migraine status. All right, now you need to make sure we buy the stuff that's about to decay in the shop before it does decay. Energy max, there's two different types of energy drink max. The one that gives a hit of 5 energy is worth it. The one that does not, that only gives max energy, is not worth it. Definitely want the power scroll. We don't need to load up on another 70 cost one here. Speed training application, very much worth it. We don't need to, I wouldn't pay for practice perfect. But I would pay for the speed anklet. But we don't need to get into right away because we got a couple of turns before they decay. But we will take those. We will take this. Read the power scroll. And yeah, now we do the NHK. All right, still putting in work. We're almost done with this, with enough points for this year, but again, we're going to be running way more than the requirement because we want shop coins. We want items. We're going to do 2 races. It looks like we are above this, so we might as well gamble. As long as it doesn't bring us to 0. If this could have brought us to 0, we would have wanted to go for the less risky one. Because racing on 0 energy can cause the race fatigue events, even if you haven't done 3 or more in a row. All right, there's stuff that's about to decay in 1 turn. We want the stamina manual. We want the guts scroll. We want the energy drink. The other stuff we can chill. And we'll take the guts and the stamina manual. All right, step 2. Oh yeah, let's since this is the 2400 meter one, let's actually learn a recovery skill here for it. That's the other reason I went with Special Week, is she has a built-in gold recovery in the form of Hydrate and Gourmand. But then if we get our 3rd event with Super Creek, we will get her gold recovery. And again, 2 gold recoveries and lots of stamina is what you want for the upcoming Champions Meet. But you don't need that much stamina for just a generalized Trackblazer run. Up against Arita Taishin. Still worried about our speed, but still not punished for it yet. It doesn't matter because it's going to bottom out our energy, which is fine. All right, 2 turns until summer. This is important. This is going to be a non-race. What do we have in the way of trainings? Speed training? Yeah. So here's what we're going to do. We want to make sure we want the cupcake. That's critically important. We want the Vita 20. That's important. We want the speed anklet. We want the speed training application. That's important. What is gonna? Because everything else here is gonna drop off if we don't buy it now. Not being able to get this other speed anklet's gonna be a well. No, it'll stick around for enough turns for us to pick up. That's fine. Definitely a reset whistle and. Yeah, reset whistle, whip manual. All right, digest that, and we'll actually take the speed training application to level this up. All right, so we do want to do a speed training here. We're not going to use an anklet for it since it's just kind of a mild one. But what we are going to do is drink our kale juice to bring us back up to full energy now since we're empty, and then nosh a cupcake to recover the mood down that comes with that. Because we do need the speed, let's be honest. Oh shoot, did I don't know if I popped the I'm gonna do guts since we're doing so much stamina. Did I forget to pop the alright, no, I did pop the level up for the speed training. Alright, now what we have here is another G1 race. So we might as well kick this off so that we get more stuff to buy. Because we want to buy more stuff that's about to decay. Although I am going to be... Nope, I'm not tempted. Do I have an artisan whistle? No, I do not have an artisan hammer, rather. That's fine. We're going to take this race anyway. Alright, we have not been punished for our mediocre speed, which is good. Now we'll have a chance to actually boost it up come summertime. Summer camp is so important. So important that I am going to not gamble on the energy. So because summer camp, everything is level 5. All the facilities are temporarily level 5, which means we get Boku benefits from trainings. All right, let's see what got added. Let's see what we want to buy that's about to decay. Like the speed anklet. Absolutely want to grab that before it goes away. I would love to grab the power scroll, but this good luck charm is more important. Because we are not going to be doing any racing in here. So the stuff that's in here, these are all going to decay. So we might as well buy the good luck charm so I don't accidentally buy something else. Because that is the most effective thing. And the stuff that's going to be here for 6 turns, that'll last through summer. So we'll have a chance to race before they decay. All right, so here, let's see what we've got. We've got a good speed training. We're doing a speed training. So here's what we're going to be doing. We don't need to use, so reset whistle is if you have all of your supports in the wrong slots, use a reset whistle to shuffle them. But we don't have that problem this turn. We want to pop one of our two 60% empowering megaphones now, and we want to pop our anklet. These two stack. We don't need to pop anything else at the moment. Now we will take our big speed training. All right, now part 2. We've got technically it's a better stamina training, but also our energy is a little bit a lower side. I'm actually, we're still also only in a good mood. You really want to be in a great mood for this, but I don't think we have any mood improving stuff in the shop. Against my better judgment here, I'm actually going to do the rest and recreation to both get our energy recovered, but also get our mood up to great. That's decent. That's even better though. Okay. And we do have a stamina ankle weight, and we want to pop our other empowering megaphone here. Now, ideally, the last training is for speed, so I might use the reset whistle for the last training of summer to be a speed one, if possible, because we really need the speed. Oh, but it feels so bad to shuffle away a natural double rainbow. I may regret this, but I think we're just going to keep the natural double rainbow here. Because, I mean, getting this is getting our speed, or getting our stamina up for this champions meeting is so critical. I'm going to take our 20 because that'll be enough juice to make sure this doesn't fail. All right, wet conditions. All right, here's our final Super Creek thing. So we get our Swinging Maestro. All right, so our stuff is going to decay in 2 turns. We really need to run a race now in order to get some shop points and pick up some much needed goodies. So we're going to grab the Rose Stakes. We could do the Kobe Shimbum High and then skip this one, and then skip that one. So we do this one. We do the Rose Stakes. Yeah, we do the Rose Stakes so that we get our stuff in here. Thank you for the random 5 points of speed up. I'll take whatever I can get. Doesn't matter. But hey, we'll take the gamble. All right, mood up. All right, let's hit the shop and get the stuff that's about to decay. Unfortunately, we cannot snag the speed training application, but not the worst thing in the world. We definitely want to pick up the stamina ankles. We definitely want to pick up the speed manual, both speed manuals. We are good on, I mean, we do want to make sure we try to collect another 2 megaphones, like of that for next summer. But for this one, we're good. And this one can wait. Pop our speed manuals for a much needed plus 14. All right, another successful race. Pace Chaser straightaways, great skill to pick up. Speed, please. More speed. More speed. And the shop has been refreshed. Alright, Miracle Cure is a great one to have. That cures everything. There's also the Smart Scale, which specifically does slow metabolism. So this is our first chance to pick up a Master Cleat. Again, you want to collect 3 of these by the end of the scenario. With training application, nice, but kind of expensive. Speed ankle weights, absolutely useful. Again, all of these have 6 turns before they decay, so we don't need to grab them immediately. I think this is, well, hang on. What are we looking at here? I mean, they're good trainings, but they're not great trainings, so I think we rest. That's merciful. Speed? No speed. Guts. Alright, here is our Triple Crown, the Kika Show. We absolutely want to hit this because if we get the Triple Crown, like we win all 3 of them, we get some extra stat bonuses in addition to our normal rewards. And it's a long race. We are more than statted out for long races. What's about, it says 1 turn. Oh, that energy max? We have 2 of those already in stock. We can let that one decay. Is there, so this is a long race. I will pick up the Gourmand since we want to get that anyway, so that we have the superior recovery. Not that we're hurting for. You can also grab Pace Chaser. Oh yeah, long straightaways. We can grab that now. It's not going to apply to all of our races, but it'll be useful. Because we are going to be doing a lot of long races now. Alright, good free speed up. There we go. 10 lengths. That's what you like to see on long races. That means we made our stamina check by a significant margin. So despite the length of the race, we were able to accelerate immediately upon the finale. I mean, with her stamina plus a gold recovery, I wasn't exactly worried about that. Ooh, great items added to the shop. This is why you don't always want to spend down to nothing, because a random race may get this. All right, you should be honest and apologize is good, but here's my thing about Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf is fantastic for your career run because no other runners ever have that, so you always get the speed bonus. However, in champions meetings, almost everybody else always has Lone Wolf, so it's usually a dead skill for everybody. So I'm actually not going to take it. I'm going to take the top option so we don't deal with the mood down and we get speed and skill points instead, even though we're not going to use level-headed. If I were just doing this for just a pure run for maybe a team trials or something, granted Lone Wolf tends to be dead there too, I might have reconsidered. Okay, we can do another race. We could do the Queen Elizabeth Cup here. That'll do 2 races, although, yeah, we'll miss out on Japan Cup, but that's okay. We're not doing the Autumn Triple Crown. And then we could do the Stayers Stakes and then the Arima Keenan for 2 long ones. Because I am not worried about long races. They're basically free wins. Alright, Royal Kale Juice showing up is great. Good Luck Charm showing up is great. Gut Scroll Power Manual. I'm loving what I'm seeing here. We're not in any risk of losing out on stuff. So, yeah, let's pick up another race. Because I didn't see the Artisan Cleat Hammer here. All right, another first place. Lots of shop coins coming up. We'll still play it safe. All I've got is a great skill if we were running mediums, but we're not. We're building here for long, so I'm not going to purchase that one. All right, so now this is the one where we want to take we want to make sure we do this speed training because we got to get Sweep up. We need her at rainbow quality by next summer, and also we just need speed in general. So let's look at our recovery options. Or we could do a Good Luck Charm, but that seems a little wasteful. Let's look at the shop. Royal Kales, maybe not so much. So one thing I do want to make sure we do, let's buy the Guts and Speed manuals. Those are good. And the Power manual. Actually, these are going to decay sooner. Gut Scroll, Kale Juice, absolutely grab that. Good Luck Charm, grab that. And yeah, we can buy the Vita 20 and drink that right away. We'll take all of our skill items plus the Vita 20. That will put us out of failure range, and so we can do our speed training in this little break period. Not worth using an anklet for. I'm going to save those for summer. We already took the skill for this, so we might as well take that for the plus 10 energy, even though we don't need the mood up. Okay, yeah, we're going to take Stayers Stakes here for the long race. I don't think we need anything else. What's about to... Oh, the Guts ankle. Yeah, we don't care about that. We'll do this one race, and then we'll pick the shop clean of stuff that's about to decay. We can gamble. Gamble successful. All right, now we have the Arima Keenan. All right, let's pick the shop clean before it refreshes. Master Cleat Hammer. We want to start building our inventory. Speed Ankle. Absolutely. I will take a Miracle Cure as an insurance policy so we don't have any feels bad mans. Then again, most of the other conditions are generally preventable. I might just go for the smart scale, because I mean, if I get any overeating events, I will always say yes to them unless I'm already at full energy. So let's just buy a smart scale. It's cheaper. Do I want a motivating megaphone? I already have one though. Yeah, I already have a 40%er, so I don't need to get another one. All right, excellent. I'm okay with the shop decaying here. And we will grab ourselves the Arima Keenan, hopefully. More than enough points to qualify for top spot in Classic here. Yeah, we can gamble. That one didn't pay off, but that's fine. Got a bunch of goodies here. More Pace Chaser straightaways is good. Yeah, see these freebies here? That's from getting the getting some of the epitaphs. The race combos and whatnot. And now for meeting our thing, we get a bunch of stats here. Get our core skill leveled up. Alright, we got Professor of Curvature, and we got the 3-hint version of it. Fantastic. Ooh, shops with more discounts? Yes, please. Man, I really don't want to buy grilled carrots just to get sweep up. Ooh, Vita 65. That's good. There's another master cleat. See, this is why we didn't blow all of our stuff. We got our 2 empowering megaphones for summer. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff that we want to buy here, and not all of a bunch of it's going to stick around for 6 turns, but some of it is not. Like these 2 are not going to stick around long term, so I will probably pick these up. Plus the Vita 20. All right, what are we looking at here? Just that, just that. All right, so no great trainings. I might just do... Yeah, I know, this is going to put us at 3. Don't worry, we're not doing 3. American JCC is good. Kyoto Keenan is good. That's another 2 in a row, because we want to make sure we build up enough stuff. We can dump these. Then that gives us the Kinkosho and the Osaka High. So we are also going to go for the Spring Triple Crown, which Osaka High is the first leg of that. So we want to make sure we grab that. We want to grab the Kinkosho. So this one I think is just a vanilla rest. Ooh, wonderful. All right, let's run it. Our speed is starting to catch up to where we want it to be. So I'm a little bit less worried, knock on wood. But again, we want to keep hammering away at it because she does not have natural bonuses on training it. Let's play it safe. Ooh, the cupcake is really good. We're at max happiness, so let's get the free energy. Always good to grab free energy when you can. What's about to decay? The guts ankles. We are never going to use those, so those can decay. I don't think... I'm going to wait till our next inspiration event before we spend more skill points. So in case we get a lot of juicy skills, we'll have plenty of stuff that we can shell out for. No rival this time, but that's okay. It fits our schedule. And we still get the full shop points for it. Still not going to gamble. Nice. Alright, so now this is going to be a training turn. Oh, perfect. We will absolutely do this because it builds up sweep as well. I don't think, yeah, we're not going to pop any like skill items or anything like that. We're just going to take the training baseline. All right, now let's parse the shop for stuff that's about. We want that cupcake, absolutely. Don't care about the power ankles. Everything else, we have another turn to go before we are forced to make a decision. So I'm just going to buy the cupcake and let everything else do its thing. Now we are going to have to buy a bunch of stuff from the shop after this race. Otherwise, a lot's going to decay. Still another race without a rival, but that's okay. We can gamble at this point. As long as we have a sliver of energy left for this race, I'm good. Alright, let's go shopping for stuff that's about to decay. Wit training application, I doubt we'll have enough for that. We don't need megaphones. We don't need power or guts anklets. I will pick up our second master cleat. We will absolutely pick up the Vita 65. The +8 max energy, not worth it. Definitely grab the manuals and the scroll. I mean, we could get the wit training application. We have enough left over. It's not worth it for charming at this point, and it really isn't worth it for the grilled carrots. So yeah, you know what? I'm going to buy the wit training application. And let's pop all of our stuff here and the training application. All right, let's kick this off. Only half the length, so we gotta keep an eye on our speed for the mediums. Still not worried about the longs, because we've got stamina for days. Alright, some nice additions. Alright, now we got our inspiration. Now let's cross our fingers, hope we get some red sparks, hope we get some good skills, and also good stat ups. Alright, no red sparks, but alright, not great on the inspiration events. I don't know actually if she'll be CM worthy, but we're gonna keep building her to see as if she is. It would have been really great if we got like a long S or a turf S. But now we've got new stuff. Berry Sweet, more speed anklets. We're good on that. Speed scroll, yes. Guts manuals. Lots and lots of speed anklets. That makes me happy. All right, so we've got no energy, but we can't race again. What are we staring at here? This might be another natural rest. I'm not going to take a race, but so we know we need to do tennis show. So that's without question. We can also pick up the Victoria Mile on the backswing. Do a no race here, and then we could do Yasuda Keenan and Teruzuka. Oh, we have to do Teruzuka Keenan because that's the third leg of the spring one. So yeah, we'll schedule these two, and then that leads us right into summer. So I think I'm just going to take a regular rest here. All right, let's buy up our manuals here so we can get our immediate buffs for these races. Speed scroll to be certain, guts manual. Free stats or free stats? And again, even though it's the G1, we are not using our masterwork cleat hammers on these races. Those need to be saved for the finale. You'll see why. Ooh, super! Oh yeah, let's buy some skills before we dive into these. So we could grab. Oh yeah, let's grab Professor of Curvature. Body and mind is something we want if we can get more support skill points. Pace Chaser straightaways is now very affordable. Tail held high is a great cheap one too. Alright, there we go. This should be all good now. Super Creek is really tough when you face her in the Tenno show. But I think we've got enough stamina to match her. Not bad. All right, that's phase 2. We can gamble. Gamble successful. All right, Victoria Mile coming up. What's about to decay? I will get the speed ankle weights. I will get the energy drink. We can also pick up the power scroll for immediate consumption. Yeah, 3 speed ankle weights I think are going to be good because the chances of us doing 4 speed trainings in summer, while not 0, are, well, I may pick up a 4th one just in case. I do want to get a stamina weights training just so that we can still hammer at that. Alright, but let's get Victoria Mile here. Alright. Another shop, 100 shop points, another victory. Excellent. Ooh, more scrolls. And another, I think that's our 3rd masterwork hammer. Alright, now we need to do a quote-unquote rest. That's a decent speed training. But I really want to save my juice stuff for actual. I might do a good luck charm actually, just so that I can do it without the failure risk. I don't think this is going to drain it completely. Actually, let me check something real quick. Because you can tell exactly what your... So yeah, we're at 20 energy right now, which would unfortunately drain it. But we have these energy drinks. I'm going to show you a little trick with these energy drinks. So yeah, you know what? I am going to good luck charm here. Yeah, that drains us exactly, unfortunately. So if we race now, we're at risk of fatigue, even though this would be our first race. But here's where our little, as long as you're not at zero fatigue, or zero energy rather, you won't get fatigue. So we pop one of these energy drink maxes, which gives us 5 energy, and now we're protected. Plus we have an uptick in our max energy. So now we can race safely. What's about to decay here? The Vita 20, not gonna let you decay. I could get one more of these speed anklets, but let's race and see what if anything gets added before I make a decision. All right, building up the fans. And see, it only took away 5 energy, and we didn't get the bad event. Oh, and we get an event that gives us more energy, so we don't even have to pop another one of our things for this next race to get us back above 0. All right, but we're gonna have a whole bunch of stuff that's about to decay here that we want to go shopping for. We're good on megaphones. We want the scroll. We want the scroll. We want the master hammer. I'll take the cupcake. You know, I'm going to take the ankle weight. Just so that we have them, even if we don't do force speed trainings in summer, we'll have enough ones to do them later. But force speed trainings in summer would be actually pretty freaking awesome. Actually, you know what? I'm going to buy the speed manual too, just so that I can pop it now. All right, third leg of our spring Triple Crown. And we can gamble here because we're pretty much at unusably low things. But we will. I know we have you know, no stuff going into summer, but this is why we've been stocking up like crazy. First off, that's sweep. Please let me see if we have carrots. I will buy freaking carrots if it means I can get sweep. We don't have carrots, so only a single rainbow training here. Fine. We will buy the good luck charm, absolutely. Stamina anklet for certain, but I'll buy that when we actually know we need it. I'll buy the manuals when I know we need them, but we're doing the good luck charm for certain. All right, so for this training, we are going to hit. We're going to do a speed anklet, good luck charm, and hit our 60% megaphone. I really wish that sweep was rainbow zoned with us. I don't know if this is going to get her up. Ah, no, we need one more. Because I also have my rearrangement whistles, but we could take. So what's about to drop off? Not doing power ankles. I might pop the Vita 65 here. And then go for the wits training. Because that'll give us even more energy. Alright, I'm gonna need to blow the whistle here. We need better speed trainings than this. I know there's one rainbow. I need better than that. Or better... Well, now you show up in speed, but you're not rainbow for me yet. I'm gonna keep blowing the whistle till I get something good. That's not a good sign. Ugh. I don't really want to blow all three whistles. I might just do a... Well, I'm not gonna... Let's commit to the bit. Alright, Rainbow Glow is good. That's better. We can get Sweep up. Worth it. Okay. So, we pop our 60% megaphone, we hit the speed anklet, and we've got enough energy to do the training proper without risk of failure. And now Sweep can rainbow. We do not get a triple rainbow, but we do get a double rainbow with stamina. I will absolutely take that any day of the week. We will sip a Vita 20 to get that. We will pop our stamina ankle weight. Okay. So now we want to keep racing, of course. These are going to decay next turn. We've got enough that we could just buy what we want. So we don't have to race this time. Yeah, there isn't anything really great to race with anyway. So let's mark off our criticals. 10 a show for certain. We'll skip this one so that we can do, because we want the Autumn Triple Crown, so we'll do the Japan Cup. Now there is a quirk where the last race of a year doesn't count against you, or rather you can't get the overwork bonus, so or penalty rather. So I'm going to do a Stayers Stakes here, and then set up us up for the Arima Keenan. Stayers Stake I might divert. But in the lead up to all of these, 1, 2, 3. So we can do 3 non-race things. So we could actually pop our 3-turn megaphone here, because I'd be okay with this. We're gonna need to use some items here. Also a stamina ankle weight, probably a good idea. But yeah, let's do some sipping here. Ooh, I have an idea. Let's drink one of our energy drinks here. See what that does to our failure chance. Still a little thick for my blood, but a Vita 20 will help us out. I mean, we've been buying all these items. We might as well use them. Speed anklet use, maybe not this one because it's only a singular. Double rainbow, absolutely use the anklets. Boo! That's bad timing. I mean, we have stuff to counterbalance that. Definitely buying the speed, stamina manual, the Vita. I would love to buy this. Also, I forgot to pop my horn. Yeah, I'm not wasting the Vita or losing the Vita 20. Yeah, nothing exciting here. I might just go for a natural rest. Or dare I say a recreation? Probably not. No, we have cupcakes for that. Ugh. All right, new shop items. Not a lot of points though. All right, an artisan cleat hammer absolutely goes well for some upcoming races. Not taking this race yet. We're taking the... I mean, we could take this race because this plus the 10-0 show, and then we take a break here. So, yeah, maybe the... well, we'll take the one with the rival because we get extra bonuses for that. And this might give us a free mood up after the race. Actually, the next two races might give us that. There we go, free mood up. Fantastic. Oh yeah, this is a scripted event that would give you a mood up anyway, so I'm glad I didn't waste our cupcake. Alright, now we have our scripted race. So here I want to buy the scrolls and the manuals here, but I want to buy the cleat hammer because that's, again, artisan use on G1s. And we might as well buy the manuals and the scrolls for immediate benefit. And also the hammer. Alright, so this is our break in between races, but we've got items. Let's see what got added. Another good luck charm is fantastic. We don't need practice perfect. I will buy the good luck charm for certain. Probably the Vita 20 as well. Yeah, we don't want to just normal rest here. I think what we were going to do... Let's pop the Royal Kale Juice and the plain cupcake to bring us to 108 energy. We will pop a speed ankle weight. Well, for a singleton, no. Not for a singleton. I might actually just take the +5. Nah, actually it's not worth it. 5 energy for 5 stats is not a good trade. Alright, anything about to decay here? No. And we don't have any spare non-masterwork cleat hammers. I wish they kept the scenario music going even during the races, just so that you could keep into like a bit of a flow state. Playing it safe. So this one, I'm willing to either race or train if we, depending on what we get. Training looks like absolute garbage, so it looks like we're racing. Not a high priority. Again, keeping it safe. Alright. Oh, and an energy recovery. Excellent. So this is our, despite it looking like this shop has plenty of things in it, you need to buy out the shop before this turn. Well, you don't have to buy it out, but make sure you get anything that you want because it's going to go away. And yes, I'm aware that this puts us in 3 consecutive races. This, because it is the final race of the year, it blocks the emergence of the too much racing event. So we will not be punished. And then the finale is non-race, race, non-race, race, non-race, race. So you don't need to worry about doing too much racing during the finale. Ooh, good. Home stretch haste is great because that leads into one of our gold skills. There we go. All right, now 3 more trainings, 3 more races, and a shop refresh. This blew out all of our other items, and this is now all we have. Unfortunately, they're offering us stuff we already want. The reset whistle and the guts manual is key, but the other stuff, I guess we could grab the glow sticks and the energy drink max. But we need to make these trainings count, and having nobody in rainbow training is not the way we do that. So we are absolutely blowing the freaking whistle here. Yeah, they're all piled into freaking power. I mean, yes, there are 3 people in speed, but they're not our speed people. Ugh. All right, this one's a little bit better. And now we do have our 3-turn megaphone. I'm not going to use it for this turn in the hopes that we get better trainings on the second 2. But we do need more wits, so this is not a bad training. Now, here's the important bit. Those master cleat hammers, use all 3 of them for the 3 races of the finale without fail. This is why we've been gathering them and holding them until now. If you're worried about not being able to win, then you, by all means, buy some skills. You know what? I'm not worried about winning or not being able to win, but we can take some more of our skills. In Body and Mind is something we were going to take anyway. Prepared to Pass probably, but let's see what other. Oh yeah, the freebie one we got, the scenario one, Glittering Star, is always useful, especially if we're racing as much as we are. So this will make sure that we win and not have to use any more clocks. All right, won our first one. It's kind of like Mario Kart in this one. You have to accumulate points over 3 races and then be ahead of everybody else. Which, this is a good way to start that. Okay, second training. Oh, thank you. I take back everything bad I've ever said about anyone. We're popping our megaphone. We're popping an ankle weight. Holy crap, yes. That is so good. We needed that so badly. Because, yeah, now we're getting an extra 45 points on top of the base 50 we're getting naturally for this. 1200 is the cap, by the way, and I'm trying to make sure we hit the cap. That's a great way to get there. All right, once again, do not forget to use your Master Cleat Hammer. Because you want plus 20 in all stats after every one of these races. You would normally only get plus 15. Oh, plus 18. If we had better race bonus from our cards, we would be up to plus 20. Or higher even. Now, because with our race bonus, we're going to cap out in speed. We don't actually want to train speed this time. As much as we would really want to. And... that is unfortunate. I mean, we never really did stamina enough. But even so, we still got to a healthy stamina here. But yeah, just doing the speed, while yes, it would boost us up, would ultimately be wasteful. If I had another reset whistle, I would blow it. But I do not. So I'm just going to take my good luck charm here. I mean, I guess we could do it to get the... we could do it just to get our power up, even though it's going to cap speed. That is an argument for it. Because that would get us, yeah, an extra 18, so a decent extra amount of power. A lot more than we would be getting from stamina if we slummed it there. So yeah, you know what? It's still worth it even though we're going to cap speed. And then once again, even though speed is capped, make sure you do the Cleat Hammer. If we have glow sticks, we might as well. You don't need them, but it improves your final score for just total number of fans for your runner here. All right, easy first. Get our bonuses there. More bonuses. get our bonus gold, and now we have some skill points to buy. Now again, for the champions meet, we want double gold recoveries because I hear it is rather brutal. It's a rather brutal stamina check. That gives us 84 points left to go somewhere. Long straightaways 2 is tempting. But let's just see what else we have. Unfortunately, I can't grab Radiant Star. The alternative is grabbing Super Creek's inherited Pure Heart. Although that's only a singleton hint. Not as good as that gold. Let me double check on the CM track conditions. 1 second. Okay, it is going to be rainy, so wet conditions by all means. We will take that. We have four hints in it. Worthwhile for the skill here. All right, let's see what our rating is. S+. Not too shabby. Now, is she going to be a winner at Champions Meet? Maybe not. We didn't get some good acceleration skills. We low rolled some of her sparks, but still, an S+ is nothing to complain about. So I ain't going to complain about her. So there you go. That is how you can play and master the new scenario. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback is always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya!